everyone. This is Sanika Mate and welcoming everyone to you for this particular session, which is all about the University of Southampton. Okay. Now, a lot of you who are watching this particular series, somebody might know me, somebody might not. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Sanika Mate. I am your friend, your mentor, and your guide, welcoming everyone to you for this particular session. Now, what's in it for you? As I keep on saying this particular line. Today, we have a new university which you would be able to explore with, literally international standards. Now, just to give you a little bit of brief about the University of Southampton, if you have not really heard about it, I want to ask you, what rock are you living under? But I would help you out with knowing more about the university. So you have the context about why the university is in India and what exactly you would be able to get. Now, let's get the context right. Okay. This particular university, which is University of Southampton, it is basically a public research university which is located in United Kingdom. It is a member of the prestigious Russell Group universities and offers 300 plus undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Firstly, it has a very, very strong reputation and it has DNA of engineering, computer science, business, and health sciences. Ranked among the top 100 universities globally and known for its strong research output and industry collaboration. One thing is very clear, this particular university has an international campus and it is already in Gurgaon. And it will be offering you UK standard degree. And to give you more details in terms of literally what's in it for you, we have somebody very special. Okay, it will be my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker for today's session, Mr. Ketan Tiwari, who is the head of student recruitment and outreach at the University of Southampton, Delhi. Now, Mr. Tiwari brings with him rich experience in the higher education space, where he has worked closely with students and parents, helping them make informed academic and career decisions. At the University of Southampton, Delhi, he plays a pivotal role in connecting students with global learning opportunities and guiding them through their higher education journey. I'm very excited to have him with us today to share insights about the University of Southampton, its programs, the opportunities which it offers to the students in India. So thank you so much, Ketan, for joining us today for this particular session.
Thank you so much, Sanika, for the sumptuous introduction that you gave me. I'm absolutely overwhelmed, and it's so good to be interacting with students. I'm very keen to share my knowledge with the students today.
So it's over to you. Please do let us know what exactly Southampton University has to offer, and I'm sure this will be very helpful for the students and parents community who is looking out for the international level of education and the degree.
Absolutely. So I'm just sharing my screen. So yeah, welcome everybody in this session that we have for University of Southampton, Delhi. And we are the first top 100 university. We are currently ranked 87th to be granted a license by the UGC to operate in India. We have a license from UGC. So that's a big thing. We are the first top 100. We are there. As you can see on your screen, it's University of Southampton, Delhi. So we are situated in Gurgaon, but the moniker that we have is University of Southampton, Delhi. So how it all started, I'll just give you a brief of the history and provenance of University of Southampton. So it started in 1862 with an intent to become a quintessential, top-ranked, research-driven institution, which gets manifested in the kind of rankings that have been bestowed upon us. As you can see, we are consistently ranked amongst the top 100 universities in the world. We are currently ranked 87th in the QS World Rankings, which makes us technically the top-ranked university in India right now. In context, if you see, the top-ranked university in India is Delhi University, which is at 327th rank. So you see the quality shift that you're going to have once you join a university like Southampton with a campus in Gurgaon. We are liked by employers, so I'm sure all of you like to get employed. All of you would like to get some kind of a job. We are amongst the top 10 employers in UK, the top 10 UK universities targeted by the largest number of employers. So that is ingrained in our curriculum and the kind of pedagogy we have, the employability factor that is. We are rated as global number one business incubators, which means that if you have a fervor for starting your own business, you can actually submit your ideas to us and we'll take it from very starting stage to the culmination stage of actually setting up a company for you. You can also get funding to sustain your business for a particular period of time. So that basically opens a different avenue for you altogether in terms of employability, apart from the placements and the support of placement that you're going to get at the end of your program. We are the proud founders of the prestigious Russell Group, which is a convergence of top 24 UK universities. Oxford is a part of university or Russell Group. We are the founders of Russell Group, and Russell Group universities are very heavy on research, right? So you can see on screen, we have a UN tie-up for sustainability research. So that goes to show the level of research that we do. We are absolutely forerunners when it comes to cybersecurity. We are working towards generating responsible AI. Responsible is the key word here. We are also working towards solving very sinister human problems like cancer and diabetes. And all this research, and when we talk about University of Southampton, we talk about research a lot. All this research we are talking about percolates into the curriculum and into the classroom that we have by or through the triple helix model of education, research, and knowledge exchange and enterprise that we bring for the students. Of course, we are a university. We are disseminating education. We are very heavy on research, as we just discussed. There is knowledge exchange and enterprise, which means that it is our faculty who work in tandem with the government and the industry on different research projects. They share their experiences with the government and industry in terms of bringing the best practices. In return, it becomes a kind of a virtuous cycle where the government and the industry support us by sending their professionals and their acumen into the class. These, experienced professionals talk to our students, share their experiences about the industry. You will develop a kind of a notion as to where the industry is going, how it will perform in the next 5 and 10 years, and most importantly, the skills that you need to accumulate in order to make a successful career in that particular industry. So this is the kind of triple helix model that we have. And it basically gets manifested in the kind of Southampton skill model that we have for all the programs and for all the students that we have. So when we work in tandem with the industry, we collude with them very, very closely. They share with us a list of 12 to 14 skills per program, which the industry is looking at. So apart from the main skills that you're going to be learning, there are things like leadership, which are ingrained and inoculated in somebody's system with the kind of learning methodology and pedagogy that we have. So it's a very heuristic way of education where you are made to learn and discover a lot of things on your own. Not everything is given to you on a platter. It's not just a regular question and answer kind of a scenario that we have in the classroom. That's not how we teach. So we develop your confidence. We distribute, let's say, segregate you into groups. We give you case studies, a lot of them. You are supposed to make presentations. So your communication skills, your leadership skills, your team building skills, problem solving skills all come to the fore. And that is something which keeps you in good stead when you're looking for an employment at the very end of it. So I'm not going to go into each and every skill set that we have mentioned here. But as you can see on your screen, these are the key skills which the employers are looking at, and they are actually asking for it because we derive and we, improvise our curriculum based on the expert advice that we get from the industry. So this is something which is going to be very helpful to you as a student. What are the undergraduate programs that we bring? We bring you 6 undergraduate programs. These are BSc Accounting and Finance, Economics, as you can see on your screen, Business Management, Computer Science, Software Engineering, which is a Bachelor's of Engineering program, and BSc Creative Computing. You must be wondering why these programs are all referred to as BSc, because we in India are used to hearing things like BCom or BBA. That is a nomenclature which only exists in India, right? Or let's say in Asia region, but not everywhere. So in UK, they do not have a BCom, they do not have a BBA. They have BSc Accounting and Finance, BSc Economics, BSc Business Management. Why BSc? It's not because it is science, but because it's more analytical in nature. It helps you think deeply. It helps you become a subject matter expert. And there is a dissertation, which is a kind of an independent research which becomes a part of each and every program. So it makes you an expert in all these subjects that you study. These are all honors degrees, right? These are 3 years honors degrees, I should say. So unlike in India where you have honors degree and in a lot of colleges and university in 4 years, they save you an extra year into the college. So you become job ready soon. You become ready to embark upon a journey where you can start earning and you can utilize those skills in the actual job scenarios. I'm sure we'll have questions on that and be more than happy to take them. University of, in fact, UK and India signed an accord in 2022 to recognize each other's higher education degrees, which means all these degrees that you saw on your screen are recognized by UGC and the government of India. So you're good to work in India, good to work anywhere in the world. After doing this degree, you can go for civil services, government examinations, PhD, you can do anything. So you are secure in terms of your industry placement as well as higher education in any Indian or foreign university alike. All these programs, of course, are going to be delivered by the world-class faculty that we have. It's going to be a concoction of faculty from, let's say, our UK campus. We have 6 campuses in UK, by the way. We have 1 campus in Malaysia, and this is the 8th campus that we have in India. So we bring all that global exposure into the class through our faculty. You will have faculty from UK, some of them. Dr. Sagai, as you can see on your screen, is from Malaysia. And we do have Indian faculty who are basically Indian internationals. So they were teaching outside or they had their PhDs from outside. They wanted to come back in India and teach, right? So you will get faculty who have done their PhDs in Pennsylvania, Cambridge, and they bring all that exposure into the class. Also, a very good thing is that they are not going to disappear after just one odd lecture. They're going to be staying in the campus for the entire duration of your program. So you can learn with them, hobnob with them, enter into any kind of research work with them, and can socialize with them. So it's a very good networking experience also with these faculty. Unlike, or I should say, like any other top university, it's a very strong alum network that we have. It's a scintillating alum network spread out in 190 countries. This slide I'll need to update. It's 190 countries now, 2.9 lakh alums spread out all over the globe. So why it is important? Any top university that you see in the world, one thing is common, they will have a humongous and potent alum network, and it is no different at University of Southampton, Delhi. We have 1,700 active alums in India. We invite these alums to share their experiences with the current students. We always invite them in webinars, the offline sessions. We also provide the students with alum mentors. So let's say one alum will become a mentor for 5 students, and that's how they can make the best use of their journey while at Southampton, Delhi. And it also helps them, kind of create a network for their future job scenario, apart from placements that we are, of course, going to give. So networking is the key. You're going to any top university to become a part of that global network. In placements, of course, all of you must be, eagerly waiting for this slide. So we have all the support for placement, all these logos that you see on your screen. My screen is in fact too short to mention all the logos and all the tie-ups that we have for placement and internship. If you go on the website, you will check all the companies that we have. It's listed down there with whom we have a tie for placement and internship. The good thing or the important thing is not just bringing these companies to the campus. The important thing is how we embellish your profile so that you become ready for a future job scenario. Therefore, as soon as you enter the program, any of the programs that you saw on your screen, you will have sessions like improving communication skills, right? You may have a session on resume building. What you show in your resume matters a lot. So let's say if you're applying for an FMCG or a retail or a consulting or a product management, the skill levels or the kind of skills that you need to show in your resume differs. So somebody needs to tell you how to build that resume. There are going to be sessions by industry experts on how you face an interview. How do you answer questions like, what are your short-term and long-term goals? Or let's say, tell me something about yourself, or why you are, applying for this job, all those things. So it's going to be a complete support by the Career and Advancement Services team at University of Southampton, Delhi. These are a few of the entry requirements that we have per subject. So I'll not read out each and every entry requirement. I'll share it with you. In fact, I'll share the link with you if it is required. But let's say if you are from CBSE board, we can see on screen, it's 75% to 82%. That's the range we have for different programs. Apart from that, a few subjects may demand mathematics. So you will need to have mathematics as one of the subjects, right? So Apart from that, we see other things in your profile as well. But let's say if you're coming from State Board, Cambridge, IB Board, we have the criteria as mentioned. You need to be fulfilling these minimum eligibility criteria. And then, of course, you're invited for a face-to-face interaction or an interview. That is going to be faculty, and it's going to be a very good selection process. We would like to make, recommendations to you also in that interaction as to what program suits you if you are confused about them. I'm sure if you have any more questions on the programs, we'll have questions when I finish my monologue here. The tuition fee is 13.86 lakhs. It's common. It's a 1-year tuition fee. It's a 3-year program. So it's common with all the subjects that we have. And the students will have a flexibility to pay it in different installments. So that is how it goes. These are different scholarship opportunities that you get when you apply for any of the programs. So we have a Delhi Presidential Scholarship, which gives you 100% tuition fee waiver. So if your profile is a sterling profile, what 2 students would get 100% tuition fee waiver. So at this point of time, we of course do not know who those students are going to be. But last year also, one of the students got 100% tuition fee waiver through Delhi's Presidential Scholarship. Then we have Future Talent Scholarships. Of course, when you submit your application form, your merit score is calculated. You're called for an interview. If you stand high in the merit, Future Talent Scholarship is given to you. It's around 2.32 lakhs. And it's given to some 30 students. So I think it's a very good scholarship opportunity because it is per year. So you get a 2.32 lakh per year kind of a scholarship, which reduces your fees significantly. There is a merit bursary pool. So any of the students who are deserving and who have a family income less than 8 or 9 lakh rupees, we want to provide them some kind of a financial assistance, provided their profile is very good and they are deserving students. It can be 25% or 50% of the tuition fee as well. There is merit scholarship, scholarship, and these are the kind of scholarships that we get from the industry. So last year we had LEK scholarship, which was given to, let's say, 15, 16 students. It was 1.5 lakh each. So as we move forward, there are going to be different corporate scholarships available as well. So when you apply for a scholarship, you will write as to why you deserve that scholarship. You will again be called for an interview. And depending upon the interaction that you have with the faculty and the panel members, that scholarship is offered to you. Okay, so we have a state-of-the-art campus. World-class university requires a world-class campus, and this is what it is. And these are common, or in fact, the real pictures of the campus that we have. These are, of course, I'm talking about real pictures. We have accommodation also for students who are coming from different states, or the students who are also from Delhi NCR and who want to take an accommodation. So it is going to be a premium accommodation. Your breakfast, your dinner is going to be taken care of. Your laundry, housekeeping, everything is involved in the accommodation fee. It's last year, the accommodation fee was around 6 lakhs for a single occupancy and around 4.5 lakhs for a double occupancy. So as I said, your breakfast, dinner, laundry, housekeeping, and the shuttle which runs between the accommodation and the campus is included in the accommodation that we have. Girls and boys, of course, will have separate accommodation, and there is going to be a common place as well. I'm sure this is something which is going to develop. And as you apply, you will have, or you will want to have, more information about accommodation as well. Going forward, this is how the admission process looks like. So, of course, it's an online application form which you have to fill. The forms are live since October. So if you are in 12th class, start filling it, because a lot of them are already filling it. You will need your ID card, basic academic credentials, transcripts. Proof of English is important, but let's say if you are taught and assessed in English, which you are if you're coming from an English medium institution, then you do not need to give IELTS. People coming from state board will need to give IELTS. The English IELTS proficiency that we want is 6.5, right? So most of you don't require it, but let's say if you're coming from a state board, I think this is something which you have to do. You will need to write a personal statement, which is between 250 to 500 words. So basically, to answer questions like, why do you want to be at University of Southampton, or why this particular program? And it can be your own story of why you want to be there. We need one reference letter. We need one LOR from your teachers or principal that is going to be a part of the process, and all the pre-board and predicted scores, whatever you have. You submit your application, and then depending upon the credentials, we will call you for an interview, or we'll call you for any extra document if it is left from your side. So I'm reaching the end of my monologue here. It's there are some QR codes. You want to scan them to download the prospectus or apply. You are more than welcome to do that. You can get in touch with us. These are a few coordinates that I'm sharing, and it's a campus that we have in Gurgaon, Sector 59, um, Golf Course Road, International Tech Park. So that's a vertical building we are talking about. So we've taken 2 floors. It's the ground floor and the very big first floor. It's a very state-of-the-art campus, needless to say. Do visit the campus. In fact, thank you so much. And I'll be more than happy to share any of the questions which people might have. This isn't just of what we are, but I'm sure there will be questions. I'm happy to answer them.
Absolutely. The campus looks beautiful in the pictures.
Yeah.
Ketan, my first question was about this is something which I'm asking for my clarification because I interact with students. What I wanted to understand is you spoke about the English proficiency. Okay. Now, wanted some clarity in regards with even state board have English medium or they have been taught from the start in the medium of English as a language. Even in that scenario, the student will have to go for IELTS?
No, so they have a minimum criteria. Let's say if I talk about the percentage, a minimum 75 for the CBSEs, right? And kind of 85 around for the state board, right? So that is how we look at.
So they will have to score that kind of marks or percentage in English as a language.
Absolutely.
For them to, okay, makes sense. I think that is very clear. So just to reiterate for all the students here who might be a little confused about what does it mean, it means that like a subject, English, you need to score above 80%. For CBSE, it is 75. For state board, it is 80. If you have more than 80%, 80 marks or 80% marks in your English subject, then definitely you have the opportunity to apply for the university. Okay. Now, when it comes to the interview is concerned. Okay, then this is something which really makes the student nervous. Okay. What are we expecting in the interview?
So look, what we are expecting, first of all, is that communication skills and English proficiency become important because it is going to be taught in English, right? It's not going to be Hindi medium. So we do not want somebody who is, not as comfortable in English. And if at all we see during a conversation with the faculty that the student is probably, not exactly 100% there, we might give them a kind of, pre-start module in English, right? So they may start earlier than other children to do those modules, right? In English, particularly. So they may start a month early or 2 months early, depending upon what the faculty think should be their English proficiency to be performing well in the class. That's how it is.
Okay. Okay. So
also, apart from it, so basic thing like, when you are a student in class 12th, obviously you're coming for an interview. Few questions here and there might be asked, basically to judge where you are in terms of that particular subject. For example, let's say if you're coming for accounting and finance BSc, right? And if we are not very clear about debit and credit, then probably the faculty during our interaction would suggest that this might not be the best of crooks because that is a hardcore subject matter specialist program, right? It makes you a subject matter expert. So probably maybe business management is better for you, or maybe economics is better for you. Or if you have a technology, orientation, creative computing, you never know, right? So the intention is to find reasons to select a student and give them the best guidance. That's what it is.
Okay. Noted. So basically, like any other interview, you would be judged on the understanding of if you're applying for that particular program, are you even aware about how that particular program would be delivered and more details on understanding whether you know the content, what you're looking forward to apply. Okay. All right. Now, what I wanted to understand, I think this is something which would be very relevant for parents specifically. So you mentioned that 13 lakhs is the fee, 13 and a half lakh, 13.7, 13.86 is the fees. Okay. Now, over and above that, there is 6 lakhs for single occupancy and 4.5 lakhs will be for double occupancy. Wanted to understand beyond this, will there be any kind of an additional cost which student need to consider or would have to keep in mind?
Nothing. So all these costs are involved. That is why we have not made the accommodation compulsory, because many of the students are from Delhi NCR and they are happy to commute from their houses to the campus. And even like some of the students want their own independence, they want to stay in their own PGs, that is also acceptable. So we've not made it compulsory, but yeah, if somebody wants to stay, for example, we have students from Kerala, from Karnataka,
Mm-hmm.
from all these places. So they want, of course, their parents are not very comfortable leaving their children in Delhi NCR because they've not been out. So they prefer those accommodations, and these are premium accommodations we are talking about. Yeah. So everything is included. As I said, your even when you pay the accommodation fee, your meals are included apart from lunch, because at lunchtime you will be in campus, right?
Right.
That's how it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, this kind of clarifies in regards with the costing. However, there is one thing which definitely affects a student or a parent would be the class size.
Yeah.
Okay. The cohort size is very important, where the attention needs to be, be paid. And there's so many things attached to this. I wanted to understand what exactly is the class size and the student teacher ratio we are looking at here.
So we are looking at a ratio of 12:1, which is a very small class size we are looking at. So we are not, obviously, it's a University of Southampton, it's a global top 100 university. They want to maintain the gravitas of their degree, right? So therefore, it is a hardcore, university where you have to study. So people need to be aware that they will need to study, and the focus on every student is going to be there because the class size will not exceed 30. That is the maximum we are talking about. That is the maximum we are
That's
talking. Yeah,
that's a very lean,
yeah,
lean
yeah,
cohort. But
absolutely.
when you just mentioned something which kind of just got me, all
Yeah,
alert. You said that there would be rigor.
yeah.
Okay, what kind of rigor we are talking about here,
So look,
Ketan?
generally when we come from, let's say, a school setup or let's say common Indian universities that you go, what we generally think is we are given a set of questions, we'll have those answers, we'll write them in the examinations, and therefore we pass, right? That
True.
is not how it is going to be at University of Southampton. It's going to be a lot of case studies. It's going to be a lot of experiential learning. People will be given case studies, the real case studies from the industry. They will be divided into groups, let's say. They will be asked to make, let's say, a presentation or a case study solution after, of course, kind of that subject being taught by the faculty. So whatever they are being taught, they will be asked to deploy that knowledge in the real life scenario and present.
Mm-hmm.
So that develops the confidence because we are giving full placement support. So we have to prepare the students accordingly so that the big logos that you saw on your screen, when they come to the campus, because we had EY just a few days back, we had Deloitte, which took a few students. We have HSBC, Investec. So already the placements have started, particularly for PG. While we
Okay.
started our first batch in September. So, it's a very short time, but it has started. So, how those people are cracking the interviews is we are preparing them in such a way that when they sit with those recruiters for interview, they are not found wanting. So, therefore, they expect a lot of rigor in terms of uniqueness, in terms of innovation, in terms of taking an initiative. I think that is how the methodology is different from Indian universities.
Noted. And I think that's what really you need when it comes, in today's time is concerned. You really need to
Yeah.
know how to crack in interviews and ensuring that you are the right person and you have the right skills.
Yeah.
Okay. But coming to skills
Yeah.
is driving me to my next question here.
Mhm.
Okay. College university is not only about learning the content, but it is
Yeah.
also about developing skills, which is people management skills. And in this age, when the students move into the degree college, they all learn through the clubs and
Yeah.
the committees, and every school have different name to it, but that's how they learn, doing festivals and being a part of competitions. How exactly University of Southampton is planning to deliver this particular aspect for students?
Okay, so of course, there are going to be a lot of skills which are going to be taught to the students in the class and outside. So they are expected to take kind of leadership roles in different committees that they're setting up, different clubs, because these are pioneer batches. The first two, three batches are pioneer batches. Whatever they set is
True.
going to be a legacy or a part of it, right?
Mhm.
So we have different clubs already. There are 5 to 7 clubs established. It's entrepreneurship club, it's sports club. All these clubs are there. So students are encouraged to come up with their own ideas. If we have a particular quorum, they can start with that club,
Mhm.
right? It can be different things like taking part in the placement season, obviously going and meeting the companies, hosting people, organizing events. It is left to the students altogether. So they do it in the campus apart from what they learn in the class. So of course, in the class, there are, opportunities where it, I mean, if you take a leadership position, let's say you are presenting something, it develops the confidence. If you're speaking in front of, let's say, 100 people, right? And there are different people speaking on different topics, right? So all these activities which are there, apart from, the event management, we have an event tomorrow. So there are going to be student ambassadors. They are going to be interacting with the guests coming. They are going to be showing them around the campus. So it develops confidence. And of course, that, kind of ameliorates the personality in a way that it takes them places. That's how it is.
This is very interesting, but there's something which is, so basically what I understand that, beyond the career support, the student is not only learning, the career support which the students are getting from the university, the learning which the student is getting is not only from the classroom, but outside as well.
Yeah. Outside learning is extremely important. Then with the kind of faculty that I talked to you about, and we are also planning to recruit some students from places, locations outside India. So it's going to be a lot of diversity also. Particularly if they interact with their PG counterparts, we are working professionals in the class. So they are bringing that industry exposure into the campus. So they don't need to go outside very many times to understand about how that particular industry feels like. For example, let's say a student in class 12 might be feeling that they should be going into consulting. Do they actually know what consulting is? Have they interacted with somebody who's a consultant? So we have people in the class who have been doing that. I guess that is the out of classroom learning we are talking about here. Yeah.
So you would be bursting the bubble before the student kind of,
they should
which
know
is
what
really
they're getting
needed.
into. Yeah. And depending,
Absolutely.
there is, I mean, what we do is we tell them where they are. We tell them these are the skills they need to develop. And then there is a skill gap, which they have to manage. And accordingly, they pick their programs, they do the projects, they do the workshops so as to build that gap which they have. So eventually they crack those interviews. That is the
interesting
process. Yeah.
Very interesting. But something which is, again, this is something which I'm asking out of curiosity. Ketan, internships are a very integral part of your experiential learning, if we say so. Okay. My question to you is, normally with a lot of the other universities which are available in India, you would find that there will be internship in the second year, there will be something in the third year, like a social internship in the second year. Then they move to a corporate in the third year. What is the pattern of internships which University of Southampton is actually following?
So they will have internships, which is going to be facilitated by the university. It's going to be a 6 to 8 week internship for undergraduate students. Apart from that, everything will look like an internship. So what happens in India is everything is so, kind of bookish that people wait for that 6 to 8 months of internship. That is the only way out for experiential learning. Here, everything is experiential. And then in the second year, students will have an option to go to UK for 6 months. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, the fees is going to be the same. Obviously, there is going to be flight costs. Whosoever wants to incur that, and of course, you have to perform well in the class. It's not a holiday, right?
So it's a CGPA oriented, is what I look. It sounds like
you're going there to learn something, right? So,
true.
But there is going to be an opportunity where students spend 6 months in UK or Malaysia campus. This is going to be a humongous experience as far as experiential learning is concerned. And anyway, I mean, the faculty from UK also fly back sometimes to India, right? So this is going to be an experience in itself. So experiential learning galore at University of Southampton, Delhi. You'll have to find your way out into what kind of experiential learning you need, depending upon where you want to eventually go. That is your short-term goal. That's how.
All right. Now, this actually gets me to my next question, which was about the, see, a lot of students who would be coming up with the University of Southampton would actually expect possibly they might get one semester. Now, you very well clarified already, Ketan, that it will be all depending upon the CGPA for the student, and the performing student gets the opportunity. Wanted to understand, is there, apart from visiting this University of Southampton, do you have MOUs with any other international university for a student exchange or any other opportunity for the students there?
Yeah, so things are in work. We started, in fact, last year. We started our first batch in September. So these things are already under consideration. So it can be a possibility that in the next 2 months, you will see that we are having collaborations. I cannot name them right now because it is under discussion. So, but we do have these things already. In fact, we are also, for internships and final placements, because now we are in India, we had international collaborations already for our UK campus and Malaysia campus. They have been since eons, right? But these new collaborations, which will also help the students proliferate their profile if they actually want to work in big conglomerate in India. So a lot of
Sure.
things are under the works, and it's only going to get better. We started with 4 undergraduate programs last year. We have added 2 this year. So the number of programs are also going to be added. We are targeting 30 programs, undergraduate plus postgraduate, in the next 2-3 years. So the bouquet is going to
Lovely.
get bigger. Yeah.
And the opportunities for the students would get
Absolutely.
bigger as well.
One important thing for the students is, let's say if they do BSc Accounting and Finance at University of Southampton Delhi campus, it's a straight admission UK campus for MSc Accounting or Finance or MSc Finance.
Can you please repeat that again?
So let's say if they do, BSc Economics here, it's a straight admission in MSc Economics at Southampton UK campus.
Now, do we have any CGPA role there?
Yeah, we do have, but obviously you are doing the same course. Vice versa, we have people in the class who have done their undergraduate at University of Southampton UK campus who've come to us to do the MSc or the postgraduate program for the
Which is good.
reason that you're getting the same degree at 70% less cost in India.
True.
Right, and that is why the government of India invited University of Southampton so as to provide accessibility to world-class education to more students, because the cost of going to UK or US, Australia or Canada is humongous. And I'm sure everybody who's listening to us or who would be listening to us are from good families and their parents can afford a bounty. But still, for regular families, spending 1 crore rupees for undergraduate is a life-changing amount.
Absolutely. Now, just to give a context to a lot of, student and parents who are considering possibly sending their kids to abroad. See, if you're looking at possibly sending your kid abroad, it will be anywhere costing you around 70,000 to 80,000 US dollars. Okay. You are getting a similar kind of education, or rather, I would say, absolutely at par. There is nothing which is changing. You're getting a degree which is from the University of Southampton. What else you could ask for? Because the amount what you're paying is, I think, 1/4 of the cost, which is absolutely making a very good opportunity for all the students and parents who are looking at good quality education and coming with a degree which is definitely, world renowned. So why not is what I would say. Okay. I think with this, I don't really, whatever questions I had and what I was getting from the parents have already kind of completed. Parent would want to possibly ask is about the safety. Sending the student, to Delhi. So is the campus and the kind of accommodation provided, can we consider them safe?
Absolutely. It's a 3-tier security we are maintaining. Everybody will have an access card. There are guards all around, right? And it's a safe and secure campus. Even at the place of accommodation, it's going to be a 3-tier security. There are going to be separate, staying places for boys and girls. And it's CCTV cameras everywhere. So it's absolutely safe. We are now doing it for, let's say, 6 months now. I understand the kind of predicament that parents have when they send their students to Delhi NCR. We have not created a very good name for ourselves in terms of security. But believe you me that the place where you find the campus is a big secure location, and you will find big offices around it. So it's International Tech Park is basically kind of conglomerate of different companies where we have a campus in a vertical building. So we are amongst the corporate already, right? So that is what you want to be and do. Because if you're a student, you want to be closer to corporate than, far away. So it's a very safe campus, and extra, in fact, care is given to students to ensure that each and every security need is met, and it is reviewed every 15 days, every month.
Lovely. I think with this was my last question, but an important one, ensuring that any kind of doubt which the student and parents have in their mind, that is being taken care. And with this, I just want to kind of summarize one thing here, that for all the students and parents watching this particular, session, if you have questions, okay, if you feel that there's something which has been missed and there's something you want to ask, please mention it in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer each one of you, and ensuring that in case if I don't have answers for it, I would be approaching Ketan for it, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy
Absolutely.
to answer them, for you. Okay. And with this, I just want to thank you, Ketan, for taking our time and doing this particular session for us, because definitely it will be an option for a lot of
Yeah,
students and parents now who were not really aware that this is something which they can opt for. So thank
absolutely.
you so much for your time. It means a lot.
Most welcome. And I enjoyed my time here. I'm sure students would benefit out of it. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Most welcome. And with this, I sign off. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
watching. All the best and do well. Bye bye.